Guys, so today I'm interviewing Zoe Mckee about our brand, HBO. So hello Zoe, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm good.
Good, okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself and your major to start off.
Well, I'm a junior here at Columbia. I'm majoring in comedy writing and performance and writing for television. Yeah, I love comedy. I like doing comedy and
Cool. So, since you want to be a television writer as part of your career, what kind of draws you to television stations and their programs?
Well, as a comedian, I like comedy shows the most, and I think that if the network has, I guess like mostly like youthful, relatable TV series or also that are just really, really good. Like I've heard about it. Like yes, I'm gonna watch it. It's mostly that. It's mostly just like listening to what people say, and that's what draws me to them.
Okay.
Or if it's like mostly like Comedy Central, for example, it's like mostly
Right.
comedy, obviously, and it's like youthful, and there's like young people watching and young people on the shows, so that's just what draws me. But I would say mostly hearing what other people say about it.
Okay, so is there any shows on Comedy Central that kind of like specifically stand out to you?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I like, I guess for a second, I like the Amy Schumer show. What was it? And I don't know, I think it's just because it's sketch comedy and it's kind of like raunchy in a way.
Okay.
And in here, comedy is really raunchy, and so I'm like, okay. I'm just like kind of learning off that.
Okay, interesting. So you kind of relate it to your own interests then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And Broad City. I love Broad City.
Okay.
It's just, I like that Comedy Central kind of picks, I don't know, I guess they get writers, and I don't know, they always choose the writers that just know. Just know what people want, I guess. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they're all good to me.
Okay. So, when watching television, how do you kind of prefer to watch it? Do you like to watch it on cable, like on a television set, or on streaming systems such as Netflix, Hulu, Amazon?
I love Netflix and Hulu, and that's definitely what I watch most. I barely watch cable anymore.
Okay, so what do you like about Netflix and Hulu? Like, what kind of attracts you to their brand?
I love the original stuff. I think that Netflix and Hulu did great by saying, hey, why don't we just make our own TV shows? And I don't know, and it's not as much as paying for cable either.
You're right, yeah.
And I don't know, you just like you have so many good shows. They're always changing it up. They're always adding new stuff, and you can binge.
You can
binge watch.
You can.
That's one thing. You can just watch the next episode. You don't have to wait a whole week.
So, do you like binge watching shows, or do you kind of like the suspense, waiting for a show that's weekly, or a little bit of both?
I would say the reason why I wait for the shows now that I wait weekly are because I've binged the shows, the previous seasons.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say I like more the binging because the binging causes more watching cable. Like American Horror Story, I binged all that.
Yeah.
And now I'm just watching every episode.
Okay.
This season.
All right, cool. That makes sense. Okay, so you seem to have a lot of knowledge on television and television stations and stuff. So, have you heard of HBO?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I've heard of HBO.
Okay, so what kind of comes to mind when you think of this brand?
Great movies.
Great movies. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of movies specifically?
Okay, so I just remember because I used to have HBO at home, and this was like before Netflix and Hulu and all this stuff when I was younger. And I would always go to HBO to watch like a good movie because it was just cable, and then the DVDs I had, and I was like, I want a new movie that I haven't seen yet. And HBO always had those movies. Like, they had the movies that just got out of theaters, so you didn't even have to pay.
Okay, that is very true.
I loved HBO. And then
Yeah.
my mom like got rid of it. I was so upset. I was like, no, that's good.
Yeah. So then you have like cable that is being paid for like either through like family or friends, and like you have access regularly to cable television.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
Bad cable here.
you're right.
Cable's terrible.
You're right. It is.
It's probably, yeah.
Okay. So do you know of any specific shows on HBO?
Yes, Girls.
Girl.
Would probably be on HBO. That's one I can think of.
Okay. And how did you feel about that show?
I never watched it.
Okay.
Oh wait, I did watch it. Oh my god, I did watch it. Okay. Wow. I was thinking of Two Broke Girls the whole time. No, I watched like 3 episodes of Girls and I couldn't do it. I'm not gonna say because it's a popular show. So that's just my opinion. But I'm not saying it's a bad show. Like the writing, I mean, it's Lena Dunham. Like everyone loves her, but I just couldn't take what's his face, and I think it was different for me. It wasn't HBO's fault, you know.
I get that. So, do you think a lot of shows on HBO are kind of like that raunchy, sexual, inappropriate vibe?
I don't think. I mean, I think there's others. Like Showtime's worse with that stuff.
Okay.
Like Showtime has like some. Like my mama never got Showtime because it had bad stuff on it, you know. And so HBO. I think HBO's doing fine.
Okay.
But like I said, like I only paid attention to the movies.
Right. So, for HBO, I think a big thing with them is kind of staying relevant among younger age groups, like millennials, 18 to 25-year-olds. So, what do you think HBO can do to hold viewers' attention and kind of stay relevant among younger viewers?
See, the thing is about HBO is that it's not the problem. I think the problem is that it's not new. Like, you know, because I feel like the things that come out when we see it come out are the most popular, like the iPhone and then Netflix and Hulu and all of this new like technology stuff that we see. I think that's the most popular.
Okay.
And so because we were a lot younger when HBO first came out.
Right.
And you know, like it's always been there, and it's always just been a part of cable, so we never had to really worry about that anyway, because
Right.
our parents were paying for it because we were like 12. And
Sure.
you know, like if you had it or didn't have it, either way, like it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't really part of your life anyway.
Yeah.
And so at this age where we're starting to like pay for our own stuff and like pay for our own, you know, cable and Netflix and stuff, HBO, you know, it's not really popular, you know.
Right.
But I think, I don't know, I'm not really sure what, I like led that answer with like so much, but
Yeah, no,
I
that
don't
was
think
good.
that, I don't know, maybe they could pair up with somebody, maybe they could pair up with Netflix, I don't know.
Actually, HBO has HBO Go and HBO Now, which is kind of like a streaming type thing, and they actually
See, I knew that.
They're paired with Amazon.
Okay.
So, do you think because of that you'd be more?
No.
No.
Because Amazon isn't, I mean, Amazon's cool, but I don't know, it's not as popular. Like, it's Netflix number 1, Hulu number 2, and then all the websites that people have,
Okay.
like ComedyCentral.com,
Right.
all the, you know, and I feel like Amazon is I have Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
but only because it's free, right, for students.
I think so.
Yeah, so I never chose to get it. If I had to, I probably wouldn't have it.
Okay.
And then I probably would have never seen Girls because that's where I saw it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I should have known that.
Yeah. So, just kind of overall, what do you think of HBO as a brand?
I think HBO is a great brand
Okay.
because nobody wants to go out. It's 2017. Nobody wants to go out to the movies and pay like $80 to see a movie anymore. And also, they're like, oh, we'll make it easier. Let's make a red box. You know the red box?
I do know the red
Let's
box.
have them go get the DVDs that just came out.
Okay.
No, nobody still wants to do that. You know what people want to do, Brittany? People want to pay $8 a month for good movies.
You're right.
And if HBO straight up was like, HBO did pair with Amazon, but it's not the same.
It's not, you're right.
It's not.
It's not.
And if they paired up with somebody, if somebody else came out with tons of streaming services and they paired up with them, then that's what.
Okay, well, that is all the questions that I have for today. So thank you for your insight on HBO and streaming systems and this brand.